The BeamNG Monster Jam Central drivers head to the US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota to continue Week 3 action. Last week in Chicago, Jose Mills and Lucas Oil Crusader won the show with crazy moves. This week, Mills looks to keep his points lead over his 13 competitors. BeamNG Monster Jam from Minneapolis is next.
It's about that time, so put it up, let's get it on. Made it this far, time to show the world who's number one. Number one, pull it up to the line, let's do it. Let's do it. Anything in my way, I'm running through it. I watch the lights and my hands are sweaty. I hear the people screaming, so you better get ready. Yeah, cause when it drops, I'ma take the shot, rock the spot, make it hot. Cause it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. Cause it's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that time. It's been a long time.
The midpoint of the BeamNG Monster Jam season, and we're here with the Central Division at the US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota for event number 3. I'm Joe Rakowski, alongside me is Trey Bartow, and the day after Christmas, these drivers got a very, very good performance yesterday in the East Division. They got to watch that out. What do you expect to see here in Central? Do you think they learned anything from that event?
I definitely think they learned a lot of stuff from that event, especially with this track. It looks like it's a little bit more, compact, so the jumps are really close together. So, I think with the way this track is, these drivers are going to be careful with the moves they pull off and their spatial awareness.
Yeah, yesterday in Atlanta, Georgia, we saw a track which was, a little bit different than this for sure. It didn't have this many big obstacles. This floor definitely a lot bigger obstacles. We hope everyone had a Merry Christmas as well here on December 26th for the BeamNG Monster Jam Central Division from Minneapolis, Minnesota. You see some crush cars here on the tabletop, so it's going to be a very fun event, and we're going to see a lot of variety in these hits for sure. There are a lot of different ways to hit these obstacles. We're looking forward to getting started here for event number 3, week number 3. This is basically the midway point of the entire series. We're halfway to the World Finals in Las Vegas, so take a look at our 14-truck field here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. To start us out, the Overboard with William Seaman, El Toro Loco with Conrad Evans behind the wheel, and then Mad Scientist has Will Graymont.
In Medusa, we have Ashlyn Boyd. Iron Outlaw is driven by Joe Sandrovich, and Bounty Hunter has Zachary DeLello.
Next 3 to take the course will be Gravedigger the Legend Malachi Rodriguez, Wild Hair with Roland Holzer, and Week 1 winner Superman Brandon Beal.
In Bigfoot, we got Keyshawn Richardson. Gravedigger is driven by Eli Bright, and Monster Energy has Brett Sierra.
Then the final 2 trucks to take the course, Grinder Caden Lemos, and last week's winner, Lucas Oil Crusader, Jose Mills. We're getting ready now to start out Minneapolis Freestyle. And the guy to start us out in the first week, Overboard William Seaman out first again. This time, though, it'll be in Minneapolis. He'll look around for this first obstacle to start his 90-second run.
I think it goes without saying he's definitely looking for a better run here in Minneapolis, especially considering last event he went out first as well. So we'll have to see what he can do. I think he definitely has the motivation to go out and just give the fans a great run.
It looks like he's nosing it down. These first 3 hits get pulled into a nice wheelie. Watch out for that single jump, though. Placed in a very awkward position for sure. The MX Hill leads towards it, that car obstacle leads towards it, and the racing lane leads towards it. So there's a lot of possibility of that single jump getting in the way once you hit some obstacles.
I think we've definitely seen from all the events we've done so far is that those single jumps are easily the most dangerous obstacle always out there on the course, but some nice air off the MX ramp. A little bit up on his side there, but luckily he brought it right back down.
And kept it out of the wall there as he's about halfway through his run. 45 seconds remain for Overboard William Seaman. Has been a very decent run so far. Nothing spectacular yet, but he still has 40 seconds to try and pull some more moves out and make this a little bit crazier. You see right there that little dirt ramp right there, which leads right to the racing lane. Pulls into a wheelie over the racing lane as he now has 30 seconds left in his freestyle.
That was a nice combination move there done by him. And as you were talking about that little dirt mound, he's going to go in for the back side of that MX ramp. There's some nice air off the back end of that one, and he puts it right back down on all fours with 20 seconds remaining. As we saw from the East event yesterday, those unpainted little mounds of dirt there could really mess you up.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to go to a backflip first truck of the night. A little twist in air, but it lands down onto all 4 wheels. He'll drive it away. Let's see what he does in this final hit right here. He'll go off the racing lane, and that will be the end of scoring and timing for Overboard and William Seaman. Definitely a solid run to start us out here in Minneapolis. That'll definitely be a pretty decent score. Which will go up on the leaderboard. So take a look at a replay from this run. I think it's going to be this backflip right here.
As you can see here, I mean, he hits it well. It's just that the truck really didn't rotate as much, so maybe the back tires didn't grip as well as he was hoping for. But nevertheless, he brought it back down onto all 4 wheels.
And a 23 to kick us off, so that's a very, very solid score early on in this freestyle, setting the bar a little bit higher than normal to try and get this freestyle victory. Next up, El Toro Loco Conrad Evans did very well in our first event in St. Louis, then went out to Chicago last week and flipped over early, rolled over early, not what he was hoping for, looking to rebound here in Minneapolis in event number 3 to try and get some points back and get back into World Finals contention.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he can do this week here with this unique track as he goes over that unpainted little dirt mound there. Nicely done over top of that. Almost kind of like tried to turn it in midair, but that was a weird move by him. But he's going to seem like he's going to hit the... I don't know if that was the racing lane or if there's a jump on the other side of the MX ramp or not, but he's nevertheless, he's up on 2 wheels and puts it right back down. A little slap wheelie into a save combination there.
Yeah, that was a great save for Conrad Evans, and there is a little car stack, a little bit of a car ramp on the in between the racing lane and the MX, so you just can't see it from this angle because of how big the MX ramp is. Half of the run down for Conrad Evans El Toro Loco. It's been a very, very solid run so far. If he can continue this momentum, he might be the freestyle leaders. He got caught up in the cars. I think his El Toro Loco teammate did that just a few weeks back.
I think all the El Toro Loco trucks have been always caught up on those cars there, but some nice air over that little car stack on the other side of the MX ramp there. So with 20 seconds remaining here, I think we're still going to be looking for a wow factor to come out of him.
And he'll get some nice air off of the MX. He'll land it hard onto 2 wheels, but he'll put it back down easily. There was some gravity there. Didn't really have to do anything to put that truck back down. It just did its job. 10 seconds remain. Looks like he's going to go for a backflip to end out this run. Can he complete it, and can he try and pull it into anything else? He'll complete the backflip. The hood comes off, and he hits it into a wheelie. He's up on the backflip ramp.
He just kind of stuffed the chassis into that backflip ramp there and kind of got himself hung up there. But
the smoke still works.
The smoke still works. That's all that really matters, isn't it?
And that's it for Conrad Evans in the El Toro Loco truck. Definitely a fiery way to end that freestyle run. So take a look at some of the replays from this run. Here's that save. He goes off the car stack. It noses down and just gets onto 2 wheels as it kicks over right there.
Really, he was trying to get into a slap wheelie there, but luckily, he didn't really have to do much to put it right back down on the all 4 BKT tires. But here's that backflip ramp, almost the same thing as Overboard, just didn't really get that much rotation off of it, and the hood just came off. But again, brought it right back down on all 4s.
And he hits the gas in a wheelie and just stuffs it into the backflip container, and he'll take the lead in freestyle score over 24, so 1 point up over Overboard and William Seaman. Conrad Evans, the new freestyle leader now. As next up, mad scientist Will Graymont. He for sure wants something to go his way. The first 2 events for him, 14th place and 12th place. He would love something better and possibly an event win here in Minneapolis.
You never know what to expect. You're always going to have those good days and bad days. He's already upside down, but what a great save by him, bringing it back on to the ground and still continuing on. Maybe that hood's covering his face a little bit, but nothing that he won't get bothered by too much. So already, starting off his run with a huge wow factor.
His windshield's gone. He finally gets rid of the hood, so now there is clear vision for Will Graymont and the Mad Scientist, and he now can go a little bit crazier. He has that save early on. That is a pretty decent move, and we'll see if he can do some more throughout this freestyle run to try and challenge Conrad Evans and El Toro Loco. Nice air off the MX hill. Gets a little squirrely. The single jumps there, but I think that one kind of saved him a little bit.
For once, the single jump helps a driver out here with putting that truck back down. Some nice air off that little double jump there, straight into a slappy. Watch out for that unpainted dirt mound. He gets into it, a little bit of an endo there. Watch out for the container at the same time. Nicely done by him, but he's going to have to back up, so that might hurt his score a little bit.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a loss of momentum right there, but he's going to continue on back to that little tabletop right there. Got some nice air off of it, and now down to the final 15 seconds. What can Will Graymont do to end out this run in style?
He's going to get some huge air off the back
goodness.
of the MX ramp, just letting it fly.
Wow,
Huge hit.
what a crash at the end for Will Graymont. And even though it won't fill the 90 seconds, he basically did. He only left 2 seconds on the clock. That was a very, very interesting end to this run for Mad Scientist. As here's that save at the beginning of the run. He hits the MX Hill and actually gets up onto the container for the backflip, which sends him over. He luckily, though, comes back down to all 4 tires and will continue on with the freestyle. And there were some more crazy moves throughout this run.
I mean, like this little, clear over the double jump there, as I was saying, got it into a slap, really nicely done, but those unpainted dirt hills, you can't really see them at all. So he just, guns it, puts it onto his nose, almost kind of reenacting the front flip Mad Scientist has done, but luckily he also didn't hit the container at the same time.
And then right here, this final hit just full throttles it into the MX Hill. Look at how that truck just flies through the air and lands hard on the rear end. It bounces around a few more as it lands, but it ends up on its roof. We'll see what the scores are for Mad Scientist and Will Graymont as they're coming in from the judges, a 23. So that puts them into a tie with Overboard for second. So it is still El Toro Loco, Conrad Evans on top, but 3 trucks out, and 3 which have been 23 and 24. So right there, it's been a very, very competitive freestyle so far. So next out, we have Medusa and Ashlyn Boyd.
Last week I made a mistake with Ashlyn Boyd, but we've cleared it all up, so we're all good now. He's already starting off with a nice slap wheel to start off his run here. He's going to turn it around, possibly hit the card stack. Yes, he does. Some nice air off that as well into another slap wheel, but it's going to cross him up a little bit onto his side, but brought it right back down.
Nice save there for Ashlyn Boyd in the Medusa truck, trying to start out this run very, very nicely down towards the bottom of the points. So I'd love to get a decent result here in Minneapolis at the U.S. Bank Stadium to try and move up into World Finals contention right now out of the 8 trucks that would make it in currently. Gonna get some nice air off that dirt mound. Tried to pull into wheelie but couldn't get it done. Just kind of limps it over the racing lane there. As now half the run remains for Ashlyn Boyd and the Medusa. Might have to pick it up to try and challenge Conrad Evans in the El Toro Loco.
He definitely needs to pick up a little bit of momentum here. Trying to cross thread the back of the MX ramp, but got stuffed it there. Now slowly makes his way over top of it. Nicely done by him. Almost got himself into a bad situation there, but pulled it right back out. And I think he just shed the windscreen off of that, but that's all right. Doesn't really need that. Some nice air off the car stack.
I feel like they're just not really mounting these windshields out how they should be. They might just want to let them fly off. Some clear vision for their drivers as now under 20 seconds remain. Oh, look at that huge air off the MX Hill, and it lands hard on the rear end. My goodness, that will leave 10 seconds on the clock, but what a terrible, terrible hit for Ashlyn Boyd at the end of this freestyle run. We'll take a look at some of the replays, but man, what a vicious crash that was there at the end.
I mean, that was a huge hit here, but this nice little slaply there off the car stack almost ended his run early, but luckily, brought the truck right back down. But I want to see this last hit again with the huge amount of air off the back of the MX ramp.
There it is right there. Just guns it straight up and down. Look at that huge skywheel, but comes back over too far. And what a hard hit in the rear suspension.
Maybe those East drivers need to talk to Medusa here and see whoever put their tires on, because that thing held on there.
Yeah, those tires held on. It's a score of 19 for Ashlyn Boyd, so that just shows how stiff this competition is. 4 trucks out, 19 sits in last place currently. As next out, Iron Outlaw Joe Sandrovich taken to the course, looking to try and rebound after 2, I would say, average runs to start out the season. He wants a good run here in Minneapolis. He'll start with a nice different hit right there, kind of crossed through at the tabletop and pulls it into a one-wheel wheelie.
I mean, yeah, nice start off there with the slap wheelie, and then but you were saying with the average runs, nothing wrong with that. I mean, it always keeps you in contention to make it into the World Finals, but you really need something to get your name out there and make you one of the big shots here to definitely put yourself into a win every week and definitely to win the championship at the end of the season.
Got some nice air there, went over the top of the dirt mound. He's turning it around here. He'll go off the MX Hill, try and get some nice air, and does off of that. Lands it down on all 4 tires, but will continue on. He'll spin around right here as he has about 50 seconds remaining in this freestyle run. Trying to cross at that tabletop as much as he can, but getting a little in trouble. And he'll keep it out of the barriers, but he's going to have to back up right here, and he will over the tabletop.
Nicely done with that, making the best out of his situation that he was put in there. Either reverse it and then go back forward and slow your run down, but into a backflip here. Again, doesn't get that much rotation off the backflip ramp, but I mean, he still put it and completed it completely, so maybe that backflip ramp's a little messed up.
Yeah, you have to wonder if maybe it wasn't installed right. That's a great save right there, right near the wall. He very well could have flipped it over, put it in the wall, but he saved it and kept it out of the wall, as now he's going to gun it towards the MX Hill and get a nice launch off of that huge air. He actually bounces over the single jump right there. He now has 5 seconds remaining. Can he hit one final obstacle?
He's going to get one last hit off of this. The double stack there. Sky wheelie, nicely done. Oh. Upside down. There goes the wheel upside down again. I don't think he's going to save this one. Actually, you know what? He is going to save this one.
What a way to end out the run for Joe Sandrovich here in the Iron Outlaw. The question is, was it enough to try and overtake Conrad Evans in the El Toro? The score to beat is a 24 set by the second truck out. Here's that backflip. And once again, you just mentioned, that's the third truck that has not had the kickoff of that backflip ramp to try and make it complete in air. But definitely interesting to see them right here. Right after that backflip ramp, here is that save right here as it gets onto 2 wheels.
I mean, he does everything he really needs to. Is just lets the truck settle itself out there. I mean, he had to back up, but I mean, at most, that's not really going to hurt him too much. And this last hit here just kind of kicked him over and then broke the wheel off and just put him into a little bit of a barrel roll.
And that truck does come back onto the now 3 wheels that it has. And the score will be a 22 for Joe Sandrovich. So that right now puts him down in 4th of 5 trucks that have gone out. So some pretty big scores early on here in Freestyle Minneapolis. And now Sandrovich's teammate, Bounty Hunter Zachary DeLello, takes to the course.
We're going to see what Zachary can do out on this track. Just kind of almost slid into the container to start off his run here.
He'll go to the single jump for his first hit right there. Maybe try and pull it into a wheelie. He does get a little bit out of it, but I don't know if he had the power. If he maybe thought that backflip ramp, he was going to try and clip it right there, and he wanted to put it down on all 4 wheels so he could avoid that. He'll go to the car stack, get some nice air off that, noses it down again, and pulls it once again into a little bit of a wheelie. 20 seconds into the run already.
2 hits and 2 slap wheelies here. Looks like he's going to favor that in this, arena possibly. Some nice air over the double jump there and almost try to put it into a 3rd slap wheelie there again. So, maybe it's just the way they have the truck set up is just to get a bunch of wheelies out of it.
This could definitely lead into a wheelie right there. He will pull it into a nice slap wheelie there. Straight to the racing lane. He'll endo it down and pull it into another wheelie.
I think that's up to 5 wheelies at the moment so far with only 4 hits. So nice, really done run by him. A little bit of momentum into the wheelies going so far for him. But, I mean, to take the lead, I think he's going to have to pick it up a little bit.
He'll go off the MX Hill. Nice air there, but getting in trouble as he goes towards the single jump upside down, but back onto all 4 tires. Maybe it will come back down.
Well, I guess he was listening to me because he immediately started picking it up again. Nicely done by him. Some nice air off that little cross-thread ramp, I guess you would consider that, off that little double stack there into another mini slap wheelie there. He's going to bring it around here, aiming for the car stack there. Some nice air off of that car stack there. Lands it right in the middle of the arena here with 5 seconds remaining. We'll to see what his last hit's going to be.
It looks like he's going to get one final hit. It's a backflip ramp, but doesn't go over. It actually skywheels him onto the cars. And that is it for Zachary DeLello. Guns it towards the MX Hill. Oh my
He's going to park it on top of the backflip ramp and get himself caught up there.
Even though that's not scored, that's still a very, very crazy move for Zachary DeLello. The time had expired before he did that. But this run definitely has a lot to look at. Here's that wheelie into an endo into another wheelie.
I mean, he did it as perfectly as you can. A nice slap wheelie here, just guns it, sees the back of the racing lane there, is hoping for the best, hits it, puts the back of the truck up into the air, puts it into an endo, then he guns it again, and puts the front back up into the air.
That's a nice little move right there. That's something you don't normally see. So very, very interesting and unique move right there for DeLello. But right here, here's where he got in trouble. As he lands, he's going to land on one wheel and just kicks that truck over. Luckily, just momentum and gravity and everything working out flipped him back over. In fact, the single ramp might have actually helped him there.
That's 2 trucks tonight that single ramp helped out there. So maybe, my opinion on them might start to switch here.
And right here, the final hit of the regulation, the time right there, just straight up and down, hard down in that crush car. And then right here, he's just going to full throttle it towards the MX Hill. Maybe he thought he had time to get there, but the time had already expired, and he hits it, goes for a wild ride on top of this backflip ramp.
Would that be considered a backflip to you? I don't even know what you would consider that.
I don't know what that is, but the scores, the judges loved it. It's a 25. So Zachary DeLello and Bounty Hunter moves into the hot seat. Remember, his Bounty Hunter teammate Luke Rainey just won yesterday. So will Bounty Hunter win again? We're going to find out. Still a lot of trucks left, though. And the next one out, Malachi Rodriguez and Gravedigger the Legend starting out big for his 90 seconds.
The first Gravedigger truck of this event. We'll have to see what he's going to be able to do. Some nice air off the double jump there. A little bit of a combination move that is Going off the other side, he's going to put it into some cyclones. The first truck to do that, to be scored with it at least. It gets a little bit of a wobbly cyclone there. Looked like the truck wanted to flip over.
He gets some nice air off of that double jump, lands it nicely. Oh, no!
Uh-oh.
Can he try and
be
pull
able
it out?
to pull it back around? No, he's not. The container got into his way there.
And that is a lot of time left. Only 35 seconds in, 55 seconds left, and that is not going to be anywhere near the top at all. As let's take a look at this replay right here, this final hit in the run-in. It landed nicely. It just kind of kicked over there. I think he tried to maybe turn too soon.
Yeah, it looked like as soon as he landed there, he didn't let the truck settle out, tried to turn it. I mean, he had the chance to save it here, but I think once he touched that wall and started gunning it again, I think they are at him. Yeah, it definitely looked like that's what they did.
And it's a score of a 10 from Malachi Rodriguez, so definitely not what you wanted here. And Gravedigger, the legend, tried to carry the momentum from the decent run in Chicago. He's not going to be able to do that here in this event. Next out, Wild Hair Roland Holzer, and he's been just consistent. He has been the definition of consistent so far this season. He's had some very, very solid runs, so we'll see if he can try and break a little bit further forward inside the top 5 to try and get a good run going.
Nothing wrong with being consistent at all. As you can see, he's going to nail the back of the MX rim. Some nice air off of that. I think some of the highest we've seen where the trucks were able to continue after hitting it. That is, he's going to tap the wall there and possibly tap the other wall, but stays away from that. But he's going to get some nice air off the front of the MX ramp, that is.
Nice air there, jumps onto the single jump, and this one's going to get him into trouble, but he does pull it back onto all 4 wheels. So right there, the single jump hurt him, but he was able to turn into a nice move. He'll go to the back of the car stack and get some nice air off of that one as well. About half the run remains for Wild Hair and Roland Holzer, carrying some nice momentum and some great moves. He could try and challenge Bounty Hunter and Zachary DeLello for the freestyle lead.
He's definitely had the wow factor so far, the nice saves, a little bit of an endo there off the back or front side of that double stack, that is.
He's going to go off the single jump carry into a wheelie into the MX hill. Look at this. And it lands hard and the wheel's broken off. Oh my goodness. He'll send it into reverse here with 20 seconds remaining. Here, Wild Hair Roland Holzer go off the MX hill. Nice air there. And now down to the final 10 seconds. He'll stuff it into the ground hard there to end out his freestyle run. It looks like that'll be it for Wild Hair and Roland Holzer. What a freestyle run that was.
Almost breaking off the other wheel that was whenever he ended his run off there. But, I mean, it was another broken wheel, but at least it was a front wheel that broke off, so he was able to continue it a little bit here. But this little air here, and again, you know, maybe that double jump or that single jump that is, just helps out 2 drivers and hurts the other one.
But he was able to pull into a nice move for sure. We'll have to see if that can beat the 25 Zachary DeLello put up. It was a very solid run, but not filling the clock, leaving about 10 seconds left, might hurt his scores right here. Here's that wheelie, and he just sends it into the MX hill. And look at that truck fly.
That's a massive amount of air, especially just off that one tire, but then he just shreds the front tire off of the truck. But, I mean, luckily he was able to continue it a little bit.
Tire almost flipped him there as he was trying to drive away from it. Luckily, he was able to come back down. And right here, this final hit, he just kind of stuffs it into the ground. As you said, that front wheel, the other front wheel almost came off right there. So we'll see what the scores are for Roland Holzer in the Wild Hair. It will be a 23. So that is now a 3-way tie for 3rd position currently. We'll see where that ends up at the end of the night. But next out, it is Superman and Brandon Beal, Week 1 winner, looking to get back to that glory. Nice air to start out the run.
Already up onto the two wheels there. I mean, he definitely would like to get another win here. I think he definitely has the motivation to go out and do it here. He just has to hope everything falls his way and is able to complete the time and get all the wow factors and check all the boxes to, you know, wow the judges.
And 3 hits and 3 nice hits. Some great air on all of them. Pulls into a little bit wheelie there. Getting a little squirrely, but puts it back down to all 4 tires. Sliding around, he'll go to the racing lane. A nice hit there. Great air. Oh, he lands on the dirt mound. Oh, I don't think he's going to be able to pull it back over.
That's definitely not what he wanted to do at all there. It's that racing lane that goes straight into that little dirt mound there. And again, that unpainted dirt mound always trips those drivers up. And I don't think he was expecting it to be there.
It was some nice air, but it was too long of a launch. He's basically going to land the rear tires on this dirt mound, and it kicks him over, and just near those containers. You can't save it when those containers are there. He hits them. That's definitely going to be a low score for Brandon Beal here in the Superman. It is a score of a 9. So that puts him even behind Gravedigger the Legend, currently in the last position. So not what our Week 1 winner wanted out of the event here in Minneapolis. We'll see what Bigfoot and Keyshawn Richardson can do. We'll start the run pretty early there, straight to the dirt mound and straight to the tabletop, getting a little sideways, but puts it back down to all 4 tires, and he'll continue on.
Off the first hit, already getting himself a little wonky there, but it was a nice slap wheelie though, and do a little bit of a combination move there. So nicely done by him. He's already going to head for the back of the MX ramp. Takes it a little easier than most of the other drivers did. So I think he's just trying to pace himself here and try to fill up the clock.
Especially after that first hit, I think he's like, all right, maybe I'm going too crazy too soon. I want to fill this clock. Because right there, that single jump almost got him again. He was able to put it back down. We'll see where he goes next as he turns it around here towards the tabletop double jump. He'll cross the little right there. Some nice air. Lands it pretty decently. He'll go back to where he started his run to the dirt mound. Getting a little sideways there. But he's putting it back down. As now half the run remains for Keyshawn Richardson in the Bigfoot.
He's going to go for the MX jump here. Some nice air off of that. Watch out for that single jump there. He hits it again. Doesn't hurt him that bad this time, but you never know what it'll do next time. Some nice air off the front of the double jump there. Hits the end of it there and puts it right back down. A little bit of a wonky setup there, but that's all right, and he's going to be able to continue on with 20 seconds remaining.
He'll slide around here to the back of that double jump. He'll get some nice air off it and actually clear it pretty well there for Keyshawn Richardson in the Bigfoot. It's been a solid run, but I don't think it's been a great run for Keyshawn here. We'll see if he can end it well in these final 7 seconds. He'll go to the back of the MX hill. He'll actually go into the backflip ramp and shred a rear tire off, and I think that's going to be the end of the run for Keyshawn Richardson.
It's the way to end off his run, destroying the truck, leaving it all on the floor. That's another wheel falling off. I might take back my statement there about these, Central guys with their strong wheels, because it's starting to look like the East.
Look at that. That was just kind of a small hit, but he hit it in the right position, I guess, to shred that wheel off. So a crazy end to the run for Keyshawn Richardson, and it was a very, very solid run, average run, a 20 for the Bigfoot truck. So that sees him down maybe towards the bottom half of the running order so far. But next out, and I think this man is feel like he's been robbed maybe the first 2 weeks. That's what he's been feeling. We'll see what Eli Bright and Gravedigger could do in here in Event 3.
Already airing it out big time with a huge sky wheelie off the back of the MX ramp, and his truck held together. So that's a good sign to start off things going for Eli Bright.
He'll go straight to the back of that double jump and get some more huge air right here. He is on full attack. He said that he thinks he should have won St. Louis. He says he thinks he should have won Chicago. He thinks he got a little bit robbed in those events. We'll see if he can try and prove those judges that he did get robbed and try and make them score him as the winner here in Minneapolis.
If anyone's going to go out and try to prove something that went his way, it's definitely going to be Eli Bright here. So far, everything's going his way with 50 seconds remaining on the clock. All the huge air and huge jumps. His truck's holding up together. So they've built this Gravedigger machine great so far. We'll just have to see if it can withstand the beating it's taken right now to the end of the run.
40 seconds remain. Cross there in the MX hill in trouble.
Oh.
Onto the nose. Oh, my goodness.
I don't even know what that just was. We saw what? It was the Gravedigger.
Oh, no.
He's upside down again.
Oh,
He's going to go into the container, but that's not good for Eli with, 20 seconds remaining on the clock still.
Yeah, that is a lot of time left, and it was having the markings of possibly taking this freestyle lead. As let's go take a look at some of the replays. Here's that first hit, major air. Look at that, straight up and down. It lands hard on the rear end, but nothing breaks on that truck. He's able to continue on, and we have to see what this next move was. I mean, what do you call whatever he did right here?
Well, his teammate, did the 360 sky wheelie, and I think he was trying to do the 360 endo, I guess. Like right here, look at this thing. He just guns it. It does a 360.
Goodness, that wheel gripped. It came back over. Unfortunately, I don't think he was really set up. He just hit the gas. I think it maybe didn't settle well once he hit down right here. He had to be turning because otherwise he was going to go into the wall. But it just kind of sent him over, and that's definitely not going to be the freestyle win Eli Bright was looking for. It's only going to be a 20, obviously leaving 20 seconds on the clock. Hurts that score. So for Eli Bright, not what he was wanting here in Minneapolis. That'll drop him down towards the bottom of the finishing order. Well, this man has had some 2 solid runs to start out. Monster Energy and Brett Sierra. Can he have a third one and try and win here in Minneapolis? He gets a nice start to that run.
Already shredding the hood off the front
that.
of the truck. Well, nice little combo move off the single jump there. He goes, if anyone's going to tame this single jump, it's definitely going to be me. Nice little double wheelie combo move there, hitting the double jump, comboing it up off the other side of it. So far, he's had a solid start to his run here, but we'll have to see if he can carry it out.
Off of the racing lane, looks like he's going to try and carry into wheelie, and does. So nice little slap wheelie there as he's going to turn around here, see where he's going to go next here in that Monster Energy red truck. It looks like he's going back towards that tabletop, going to get some nice air off the cross thread section there. Lands it pretty nicely down. He has about half the run remaining here in this Monster Energy truck. If he wants to challenge Zachary DeLello, he's going to need to pick it up for sure. But he's had a very, very solid start to try and get him some points. Nice air again and into the single jump again.
He kind of like missed that single jump there. He goes, I don't want to mess with that one again. But so far, like you said, with 30 seconds remaining, he's been doing so good. Some great momentum, some nice air, some nice combination moves. But I think we got to be looking for a wow factor here soon with 20 seconds remaining now, that is. It looks like he's going to be lining up for the backflip ramp.
And again, just not the kick off it, but does come back over. But what's that, the fourth truck now that that's happened to?
I think that's all the trucks that so far have hit the backflip ramp that's happened to. Maybe it's just a speed factor or the way it's angled, not sure. But with 10 seconds remaining, he's going to cross-thread the MX ramp and does a upside down 180. But, I mean, he's going to try to put it back on the all four wheels here. Some side walls here with the C. He does it. What a save by Brett Sierra.
And what a great way to end out the clock. Oh, he's not done yet, though. He's going to back it up into the backflip ramp. And that's going to put it upside down. So Brett Sierra ends it well. He had a very, very solid run, had that momentum there at the end. Can that beat the 25 set by Bounty Hunter?
I think this is definitely a challenge for the lead here. It has everything the judges are looking for. This first hit here, already shredding body parts off of it. This is that little combination wheelie into another wheelie. Just kind of stuffed it in right into the side of that single jump. It
was a very, very nice move, though, for Brett Sierra, kind of showing off his two-wheel skills right here in freestyle. Here's this backflip again. I mean, I think we've had 4 trucks hit this backflip ramp, and all 4 have come down on the nose. This was another one. I just don't know if they're carrying too much speed, not enough speed, or if it's just something with the backflip ramp. But let's see this final move right here as he cross threads. It gets up onto the MX hill, and I think it was going to come back down, but he hits the gas and actually adds in more work for himself.
I mean, it might have been more work, but he was still able to save it, so that might have, made his score a little bit higher with the judges there. It all worked out in the end for him. He's still shredding body parts there, that cab trying to stay on, but it actually does stay on.
He's going to then put it up into the backflip ramp in reverse right here. He slams it in reverse. The time has already expired, but he goes up over it. The scores are a 23, and I think we're hearing some boos from the crowd. I don't know if they appreciate that.
I was definitely expecting that score to be a lot higher than that. If anything, at least a 25 and tie for the lead.
Yeah, that is going to be very controversial for sure, especially when you're Brett Sierra looking at that. But next out, Grinder K and Lemos. He wants to try and maybe take over this freestyle lead as he gets a nice hit to start out here in this Grinder monster truck. Going to turn around. It looks like he's going to go towards maybe the car obstacle next, and we'll get some nice air off of that as well.
It's always, I think that's the first time we've seen a truck hit the backside of that car stack here in a little bit. So nicely done by him. Still finding new ways to hit jumps. A little bit of a side hit for that double stack, but not already up on 2 wheels though. Oh, watch out for the container. Wow. 1 wheel save there. Pulled that right around. What a save by Grinder.
He's going to go off that single jump a little crooked, but gets on it nicely. Hits the MX hill, actually stuffs it in. Does a little wheelie there, sets it down there as he goes down the MX ramp. Now about half the run remains for this Grinder truck. We'll see what he does next in these final 45 seconds.
He's going to hit the dirt mound there, try to get into slap wheelie. Does get it into a slap wheelie here.
Oh!
Pull the table. Oh my goodness, what was that move?
I think he tried to do a front flip, but I don't know if that ramp was going to be set up to do a front flip. I don't think it was. I think it was maybe too steep to do that, but what a way to end out the run. Unfortunately, there was still about 40 seconds left, so that's definitely not going to challenge for this freestyle lead.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around what just happened there, but this save right here gets it up on 2, and then that tire just grips so well and just pulls the truck around. The freaking horsepower coming out of this machine is just able to pull all of that weight.
And that's a hard save to make. You're right against the wall. If you hit it, you're getting shut down. So that's a very great job there by Caden Lemos and the Grinders. You look right here. So he's going to then put it over this dirt mound. He's going to set it into a wheelie. I think he got up too high and then tried to set it back down right before he hits this obstacle.
I thought he was trying to mimic what Bounty Hunter did with that little teeter-totter move here, but he has to get whiplash from that move, you'd think.
Oh, my goodness. What a hit it was, and it's a score of 15. Obviously, a lot of time left on the clock. That's going to hurt the score, but now with only 1 truck left, can Jose Mills and Lucas Oil Crusader, last week's winner, get rid of Zachary DeLello and Bounty Hunter's 25, which right now holds the freestyle lead. We'll see what he does to start out right here.
He's going to try to start into a little slap lay there. He does get it up into a slap lay there. There we go. I think that's what Grinder was trying to pull off there, but, you know, a little bit too much speed. So Lucas Oil Crusader says, I'll show you how to get it done. He does it well. Some nice air off the front of that double jump there. Combos it up off the other cars off the other side of it.
If there's a man that knows how to win when starting out just a little bit slower and then ramping up through the freestyle, it is Jose Mills. Did it last week. He, was kind of very solid early on, but didn't have anything wild. And then he did his crazy move trying to one-up Gravedigger's 360 sky wheelie and ended up doing his own little crazy move. We'll see if he has anything crazy in store for the fans in Minneapolis here, as he has about half the run remaining. It's been a very solid start so far to Jose Mills, and Lucas Oil Crusader up on 2 wheels, but he's going to put it back down.
Nice little bicycle maneuver there. I think he tried to keep it up on those 2 wheels as long as he could have. Some nice air off the front of the MX jump there. He's going to mess him up with that. Single jump helped him out there with completing the front flip. So nicely done. I don't even know if I would say nicely done by him or if just the luck and the momentum of it. But he's into the backflip ramp. He's going to pull it out. He broke the wheel off. That's not going to help him at all.
Oh, and with 15 seconds remaining, I don't know. I just don't think. I think it had the markings of trying to challenge with Zachary DeLello, but not feeling the clock's going to hurt him.
I mean, this move right here, though, the air, it's going to hit the back of it. It's going to flip it straight onto its nose here. And that has to hurt a little bit there, but brought it right back around. I don't even think he hurt the flag. The flag still stayed on that truck.
Flag stayed on. And this final hit right here, though, he goes off of the double jump, lands it, and right here at the end, he tries to save it off of it, but it hits the backflip ramp, and it just comes down and shreds the wheel off. So, not the end. Jose Mills was wanting in Lucas Oil Crusader. It is a 19, and that means Zachary DeLello and Bounty Hunter will win freestyle in week 3. 3 events, 3 winners. DeLello fends off Conrad Evans and holds off Brett Sierra in Monster Energy, Roland Holzer, Will Graymont, William Seaman, and Joe Sandrova to complete the top 7.
I mean, after this event, all the scores were definitely very close together. It was a very close event. Of course, more controversy coming from the judges, but you're going to have to expect that. So, I mean, overall, this event was amazing.
And we'll have to look at the points here, as these are going to be very, very close now. No one's really had a very, very consistent season right here. Look at how close the points are, and look how close it is to get into the World Finals. Our leader is only 16 points above 8th. That is within an event. So Jose Mills could go from leading the points to not being in the World Finals next week if he does bad enough. The gap over from 8th to 9th is 4 points. It is very, very close to get into the World Finals in Las Vegas. One final event, week 3, it'll be the West from Tacoma, Washington. We will see you guys then.